So guys, I'm not really prepared to make this video today, but I'm just going to drop this here, and this is going to be so important for P2P traders and of course people who are thinking of getting into P2P. All right, most traders or almost all of the traders will experience this at some point. It is very important that you are always profitable when trading the P2P market, but then there are difference between very good traders with good strategies and poorly informed traders. Now, we're going to be discussing something that always happens. Do you know that you can be trading dollars on the P2P market, buying and selling dollars as usual, and maybe you bought at $1,400, you bought at 1,400 naira, and when you buy, you are planning to go and resell almost immediately, you find out that the price of dollars has fallen to 1,350. Immediately, it is within 5 minutes. This one is not your fault. Market can drop instantly. Market can drop below your buying point while you are still buying. We have to talk about this because I've experienced this many times, and I am here to share how I've been able to stay above the market even when the market drops. So I know this video will be so important for people who genuinely have lost money on P2P trading when they buy dollars at some point, all right, and then the market drops below their buying price before they finish buying. This is really funny. Okay, I'm going to give you a scenario. So you want to start, you are already trading, okay, you are buying dollars at 1,400, and while you are still buying, maybe you want to buy like $500 or $700, then you rush to go and resell. Now, while you are still buying, at the process, you purchase completely. You now switch on your sell ad, and you are planning to sell at maybe 1,410, and you went to see the prices other merchants are selling right now, and you see they are selling at 1,370. You are automatically in a loss. If you sell at that price, you are automatically in a loss. Now, I'm going to be sharing something, how I manage to stay above these losses and how other traders do it. When I started P2P trading, this was happening almost every week. And even right now, I'm sure it happens. So you might be wondering, how do people manage to get above these losses? Do they stop trading? Do they just count it as a bad day? Or do they, get discouraged? Now let's talk about my personal method and how I've been able to do it. Now, I believe my method is working for me, so don't take it as a financial advice. I don't want to look like guaranteed income, so this video do not promote any guaranteed income. It is all strategy, and I don't want to make it sound like a get rich quick money. All right. Normally, this thing happened to an extent that I learned the hard way, and I had to put in some financial management plan. How and what did I do? Now, let's say my capital is like 1 million naira. Most people may not have such big capital, but let's say if you are trading with 500,000, you can still do the same. You can still apply the same method. But let's say my capital is 1 million naira. Don't use all your 1 million naira to get into a trade. It is a very important thing you have to know. Don't get in with all your money. As a new trader, if you're a new trader with smaller capital, you can get in with your money because, you need all the money, you need all the profits you can get at that point. But if you are trading with at least 1 million, please get in with maybe 500,000. I'll tell you why. If you get in with the whole 1 million and you bought at 1,400 and you're planning to sell at 1,410, then you came to see that your your selling price is now 1,370, you are automatically in a loss. 30 naira per dollar loss. If you calculate that 30 naira times $700, you see that you have lost huge amount of money. So what I did was, after experiencing these losses weeks after weeks, because it happens almost every week, okay, I divided my capital into two. I started trading with half of it. So let's say I had 1 million naira to trade. I was trading with 500,000. I will be trading with it. It was giving me profit. Whenever I experience such market condition, when the market will fall from my buying price below what I'm supposed to sell for, that means I have tied that money down. I will not even use the money again. I will just, what I do is that once I purchase that USDT, I will not sell it, because I cannot sell the USDT at a loss. I can never sell my USDT at a loss. All right, this is what I do. Once I've gotten that USDT, I will not sell it. I will just keep the USDT on Bybit. I will lock it somewhere on Bybit. I will introduce a new capital, my second money, my second capital, the second half of my 1 million, which is the second 500,000. I will introduce it into the market and buy at the new buying price of 1,370. All right, then sell at the new selling price of maybe 1,380. You understand? Then I keep making profit with the second capital until dollars get to 1.4 again. It can take 1 week, it can take 2 weeks. Now, even if dollar doesn't get to 1.4 again, once I've calculated after 3 days, I've made more money than the money I lost from the previous dollars, I would sell all the USDT at once. That way, I've covered my losses. Now, I hope you understand this, because as I'm saying this thing, it may sound like you don't understand because you are not into it. But I know a lot of people who are into P2P business will understand this strategy. But let me use a story. Let me tell you a story. I'll use an example in the case of a story to illustrate what I've just said. Now, let's say you're running a provision store and you have 1 million naira as capital, and on your provision store, you are selling only bread. You are running a bread store. You are buying bread for 100 naira and you are selling the bread for 120 naira. So on a very good day, you went to the market with your 1 million naira to buy only bread with all the money. You bought bread 100 naira and you brought it to your shop to sell that bread, and you automatically found out that other traders are now selling that bread for 70 naira. You have lost 30% of your money instantly. Now, this happens all the time on the P2P trading. It's not your fault. The production, the like USD price may fall because of several global occurrences. The price of bread may fall maybe because people don't like that kind of bread again on your street. People don't buy that brand of bread again on your street. So it is not your fault that the price of bread is falling, but you have lost money in that regard. Would you sell your bread at a loss and maybe lose 30% of your capital, 300k or 200k? No, you will not, right? That is why smart traders introduce this strategy. I've used this strategy and it's working best for me. What I will do is that instead of me to go into the market with the whole 1 million naira capital, I'll go with half of it, 500k. Okay, when I buy and I keep selling, I buy for 100 naira, bread for 100 naira, and I'm selling at 120 and I'm enjoying my business. Any day the price of bread falls back to 70 naira, and I already have bread that I bought for 100 naira, I cannot sell it for 70 naira. I'll pack all the bread in a particular place, part of my store. Now, of course, I'm talking about USDT here. USDT doesn't spoil. Okay, it doesn't expire, unlike bread. So imagine your bread doesn't spoil and doesn't expire also. Okay, now instead of me to sell that bread at a loss, I'm going to go to the market again with my second capital and buy at the new buying price of 70 naira to sell at 80 naira, and I'll keep doing it until the market price of bread gets back to either 100 naira or 120. I can sell my old bread, or even if the market doesn't get back to that amount, if I've traded for a week or 2 weeks, I've made money, and that money can cover the loss I made in the previous purchase. I will sell all of them together and start trading with half of my capital again. So I know you understand what I just said, especially if you're a P2P trader, and give this video a like if you love more tips like this. All right, this is really important because I mean, trading is not just for making profit. You have to apply very good financial management. Now, there are people who even divide their capital into three. Maybe you have 3 million naira, you cannot trade with 1 million. If it falls further, trade with another 1 million. If it falls further, trade with another 1 million. At least 3 is the largest division I've seen. But if you don't have much, you can trade with 2. If you don't have at all, if you're trading with very little amount of capital, you can trade with just 1. The only thing is that you have to be patient for the market to come back up, or you have to sell at a loss and start buying at a new price to cover up your former loss. All right. So I'm glad you understand what I've just said, and I'll see you on the next one tomorrow. Have a very wonderful day.